Just before I left London, about 10 years ago, I bought a book by Peter Campbell. He is a writer who wrote mostly art, and this book contains his articles from the London Review of Books. At that time, I browsed through the book and found it interesting and to my taste, but unfortunately I have been so lazy in a sense, although I have read quite a few other books. But I didn't really read this book. So the book has been on my bookshelves for a long time. And I think it's good to start to read this book. My intention is to know more about what he thinks about art, and also because he wrote some articles about London, it can bring back some of the memories I have about London. And the first article, indeed, aptly entitled London. Okay. Behind King's Cross, tributaries to the Euston Road, the river of traffic which divides the agreeable banality of Bloomsbury from the wilderness which spreads beyond the train sheds of St. Pancras and King's Cross, come from north, east and south. Of these, St. Pancras Road, snaking between the two stations, is least clear about where it is going. Walk up it, and you are drawn into the dark slot, not sure whether it is a tunnel or a bridge, which pulls traffic off under the St. Pancras railway tracks and up to the northwest, to the down at hill respectability of Camden Town and the glistering stucco terraces of Regent's Park, or you are diverted to the east, passed by the gas meters and head along Gooseway into railway land. By day this walk is dismal, but at night it takes on a Parnassian grandeur, not the Parnassi of imaginary prisons and endless staircases, but the archaeological Parnassi, the Parnassi of the monuments of ancient Rome. London is not tolerant of ruins. Nothing unused is abandoned long. The old is made clean. Developers pounce on grime, rust, and broken glass like cats on a rustle in the grass. Yet here, along St. Pancras Road, in a pause between dereliction and transformation, the monuments of a past ambition can be seen as Parnassi saw old Rome. He showed temples infested with houses, as those houses might be with wasps' nests, beggars and mountebanks lounging in the shadow of fallen stones, vegetation blurring and breaking ancient entablatures. Pass up beside St. Cross Station at night, under the light of the arched cellars below the station. The tracks had to come in high to pass over the canal. The cellars were to store beer from Burton-on-Trent. Presents the same contrast of scale. Old structures offering shelter to little enterprises. Look down one tunnel and you see a black cab passing through a car wash. A shop will sell and cut a sheet of glass to any shape you like. A second-hand furniture store has chairs of a kind you cannot remember having ever seen new. You can buy fish and chips in the car hair firms and car repairers. Petrol mocks the grandeur of the palace of steam above. The beggars and the street walkers are behind you now, but not far away, drawn to the brighter lights and the brisker tread of the Euston road. Cross the road and look back, and you see the arch of W. H. Barlow's St. Pancras train shed, reaching up into the yellow-stained night sky. From inside the station, it looks fine. From here, at night, it has the presence of a Roman bath. At the dividing of the ways, you identify the bright girders, which you glimpsed as you left the Euston Road. The derelict gas meters have been floodlight. The effect is truly Roman, for light from within. The three-story circular frames of columns and the lattice trusses are like the ghosts of amphitheaters. The orders are superimposed. Tuscan on the first story, Doric on the second, a simplified Ionic at the top, an industrial colosseum reaching up beyond the Budia, the Badolia, and the reservoir, our surrogates for Abbey and Oaths. These structures are both grand and poignant. What will become of them? Because they are old, as gas works go. They were built in the 1860s. They are listed, although with permission to dismantle. If they are preserved, what is sad and sublime will go. For the moment, garish in the footlights, they stand, along with a few others industrial embarrassments like a Battersea power station, too good to knock down, harder to find a use for, as impressive industrial memento mori. 2001